Welcome back to Most Buffalo. This is the time of year when our plants and flowers are coming alive, but it also means it's a tough time for allergy sufferers. So joining me now is Dr. Stanley Schwartz, the chief of the Division of Allergy and Immunology at the UB Jacobs School of Medicine. Dr. Schwartz, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Can you tell us why spring is such a tough time of year for allergy sufferers? It seems like right now people are really in the thick of it.
Well, it's not just spring. You have to be aware that the seasonal allergy problems start in the spring, but really end at the time of the first killing frost. So you've had a good winter without pollen. That's not to say that there aren't indoor allergens that can affect you all winter, but the springtime is when you're first blasted with tree pollen. And this year it's been a very early spring, and so we've gotten quite a bit of tree pollen. You don't see it. Maybe on your walkway or on your car, you could see sometimes a light green film. But you notice it first in the springtime. And since it's awakening some unpleasant feelings like sneezing, coughing, and for people with asthma, it could even induce some wheezing and serious asthma exacerbations. That's why spring gets a bad rap in terms of allergies, but that continues right through the summer when the grasses are prevalent. So trees first, grasses are prevalent. Then comes the fall, and you get the late fall weeds like ragweed and other weeds that pollinate during that season. So spring is your first introduction. It's a bad introduction. It's a lovely day today, but I'm sure the day is just filled with pollen.
Yeah, it can be pretty debilitating for some people. So what can we do to help with our symptoms?
Well, the nice thing now is that many medications are over the counter. You don't need a prescription for them. They're effective and they're safe. The first thing is if you got a really bad runny nose and it's running in back of your throat, post-nasal drip, the best thing to do is to get an over-the-counter nasal steroid, many different brands, but store brands, name brands are all fine, and do 2 sprays each nostril twice a day. And or actually once or twice a day. The label usually says once a day. Some people don't do well. That is the first approach. If that doesn't work, you can always add an antihistamine. The second generation antihistamines are generally not sedating. The brand names are Allegra and Zyrtec and Claritin, but there are the generic equivalents. The only one that absolutely does not make you sleepy is Allegra. So that could be added to the current regimen. Another alternative are the over-the-counter nasal antihistamines. It has a funny name, along with Azolastine. Astepro is a brand name. And those can be used as supplements as needed. You use them 2, 3, even 4 times a day to supplement the daily, and that's something I need to emphasize, the daily steroid nasal spray. If you're only using it as needed, it doesn't work. So it's got to be used daily throughout your allergy season. Those are your options.
Thank you so much, Dr. Schwartz. I could talk about this all day. Thank you so much for joining us ahead of the in charge of the allergy department at the UB Jacobs School of Medicine. We really appreciate it, and we hope you sufferers get through this rough season without too much issue. Still to come here on Most Buffalo.